Amazing moments happen so much at SiriusXM, we want you to see them. SiriusXM Video lets you watch your favorite SiriusXM shows on the SiriusXM app. Groundbreaking interviews, amazing in-show moments, behind-the-scenes footage, live performances, all come to life in a way you only imagined before. Plus, you can create your own personalized Pandora station based on the artists you love. And hear over 100 extra channels filled with ad-free music for every mood or occasion. Get your first 6 months of our Platinum plan for only $8.33 per month, plus fees and taxes. Just call 844-711-8800 to take advantage of this amazing offer.
Comedy with SiriusXM.
Welcome, everybody.
Exclusive comedy talk shows.
This is childlike banter.
This is gonna be nuts. The biggest comedy stars.
Does Jerry Seinfeld miss TV?
Kevin, I did TV.
Michael Che, Colin Jost. Do you guys think post-SNL?
I would like to meet my kids. Brian Regan. If I could make $100 doing comedy, I'll have the world by the tail.
I'll do this till the wheels come off.
I didn't even know that was legal.
Don't miss a moment. Search comedy on the SiriusXM app.
Get the SiriusXM app and listen on your phone when you get out of the car. Anywhere you take your phone, you can take Howard Stern, NFL Radio, and commercial-free music channels from nearly every genre. Channels vary by subscription plan. You never have to miss your favorite SiriusXM programs or commercial-free music. Find the SiriusXM app in the App Store or call 844-711-8800 or visit SiriusXM.com/app to find out more.
There you go now.
I think I'm recording.
Oh, let's see.
If you've been thinking about buying a home, you need to be in the zone, the home buying zone. You need a game plan to win in this great real estate market. The Big C team at Equity Zone Mortgage has all your bases covered. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, purchasing your dream home, refinancing, consolidating debt, or even considering a reverse mortgage, contact the Big C team at Equity Zone Mortgage today. They have the lowest closing costs and they'll close your loan on time, guaranteed, or they'll pay your first mortgage payment. And they even have a 3.5% purchase down payment grant that can get you into a home with little money out of your pocket. It doesn't get more clutch than that, folks. Score big on the biggest purchase of your life. Call Equity Zone Mortgage today at 1-800-772-8624. That's 1-800-772-8624. Or apply online at equityzonemortgage.com and tell them Big C sent you, as heard on the Big C Sports Podcast. License number.
Rondo Deportes, bonjour, vidi vidi vici. Let's get ready to rumble. Welcome to the show. My name is Charlton of Big C Sports. This is Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, on the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe, according to me and people who love the universe. And that would include you. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Shut up! You know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. As I told you, I was voted, when I said count all the votes, I was voted neighborhood spokesperson. And unfortunately, they penciled me in for president of the United States. And on November 5th, people went to sleep and they said, what, he won? Big C won? I said, God bless America. May lightning strike. I told you I put my name in for the ballot for the presidency of the 2024 election. And my #1 goal is liberty and justice for all. How do you do that, Big C? My speech is going to be reparations now, reparations forever. Everybody gets a free house. You get free cars. You get a free block of gold, at least 10 pounds of gold. You get free food. You get free health care. And you even get free love. Free love? Yeah, you all get free love. No more paying for love. It's all free. In fact, everything's free. May lightning strike. That's my acceptance speech. Count all the votes. That's my acceptance speech. I want to say what a beautiful day on Wednesday called Hump Day, September the 4th. The 2024. Today's show is sponsored by your Northern California Cadillac dealers, home of the all-new Cadillac Escalade, the standard of the world. When you go by and 10th block of yours, tell them sit you where the good Lord split you. If the good Lord didn't split you wide enough, just keep going to those fast food restaurants. They'll give you a wide split. There must be something in the food. What did Spike Lee tell Michael Jordan in the Nike commercial? He says, it's got to be the shoes. It's got to be the shoes, Mike. I say, it's got to be the food. It's got to be the food. When Big C's elected president, everybody gets good food. Give that some praise. We all get good food. You got to count all the votes. Remember, when you go to vote for the president, you got to write in a big C. You got to count all the votes. That's the topic of today's show. Count all the votes and give God the praise. Give God the praise. I'm one beautiful, intelligent black man coming to you from Dimdale Hills, California. I always produce the show. I direct the topic. I broadcast all the shows. I do all the sound effects based on the platform provided by the agency. We should all use more laughter in our lives. And count all the votes. You got to count all the votes. I know I could use more laughter. And then the commercials are done. The stats are provided. I even do the storytelling. And then I do the play-by-play Curry for 3. Yes! Get the hole in your life. Do you believe in miracles? What? Big C became president of the United States? Yes! Are you sure? Yes! Count all the votes. Big C got more votes than anybody else because I'm not afraid to say reparations now, reparations forever. And everybody gets reparations with the Big C team. All fair level work. We got money for wars. We got money to get people everything they need on health, wealth, and wisdom. And that's what I offer with Big C's Plus Podcast. And then the show's uploaded to 29 podcast applications out of New York City. And then streaming on 4 TV platforms: Xfinity, Comcast TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, and Amazon Fire TV. And number 10, I never missed a show. I said I never missed a show. And now we got people who miss practice. I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about practice. The great Allen Iverson. Now we have people who miss practice. All fair and level work. I do want to say what I love, and I will not miss, is I love paying homage to our Veterans Crisis Hotline, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste, and they really are experienced helping veterans and their loved ones get help. But you don't have to be a veteran. You could be a person just calling in because you're going through whatever you're going through, and a wise person will get some help. A wise person will get some help. A fool won't get help, if that makes sense to you. So, if you need help, you just got to call, ask for help. 800-273-8255. That's 800-273-8255. Or you can text 838-255. That's 838-255. If you're online, simply go to veteranscrisisline.net. That's veteranscrisisline.net. And when you do, you want to give it some praise, because we all need somebody to lean on, especially when somebody's leaning back. I want to say that because I'm so grateful to be rising and shining on a beautiful day like today. I know everybody has their own thoughts about what's going on in their life, but I am very, very grateful. I want to say thank you to Xfinity, Comcast TV, and Comcast Spotlight Effect TV for presenting Big C Sports to the universe. And I want to say I really appreciate that. And I am running for president of the United States of America. What, Big C? Yeah, I'm running for president. When they told me I could write in my own name, I said, Latin strike! Of course I'm going to write in my own name. Now, there's one thing I want you all to join me in. I'm trying to raise $100 billion. 800-772-8624. 800-772-8624. That's 800-772-8624. You got to help Big C raise $100 billion. You got to give it to me now before some other countries start asking for that money. Because when you give it to me, I'm going to invest it back into America. I'm going to stimulate the economy. It started with my election of the next president, the 47th president of the United States of America, Big C. Yes. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, I believe in miracles. I know I'm going to become the president because I've been chanting Nam Yo Renke Yo, Nam Yo Renke Yo, Nam Yo Renke Yo. I've been doing that chant. One of the most significant attributes of Nichiren Buddhism is its easily accessible practice of chanting Nam Yo Renke Yo, Nam Yo Renke Yo, Nam Yo Renke Yo. This profound yet simple method of Buddhist practice is the perfect Buddhist teaching for the modern world. And I want to say that's how I become the president of the United States of America. Nam Yo Renke Yo. and help me become the president of the United States. Don't laugh. They laughed when they said we can land a man on the moon, and we all know what happened with that. I really believe that. What a day in Dim Deer Hills, California. I do want to say, I really believe that so many things are going on in people's lives, and I want to just give out some confirmation of having faith in the good things that happen in life. I know we all go through ups and downs in life, but I got some good friends going through some things. I don't give out the names because I wasn't told to, but I want to say this prayer, Isaiah 54:17, that no weapon formed against you will prosper. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I do believe in miracles, man. That is right. I gotta believe in miracles, and we all gotta believe in miracles. I want to say I got some Major League Baseball power rankings, Big C style. I'm gonna give out Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings, but I also want to make sure, because I want to be the vanguard of this reparations movement. It's called the Just Act Part 2. What's the Just Act? Big C, Google it. JUSTACT. I want everyone to Google it. Google the Just Act, especially the people in the halls of the state capitol in Dim Deer Hills, California, because there are things that need to happen for the Just Act Part 2 to come to fruition. The Just Act Part 2 for descendants of child slavery. I want to start calling myself freedman. I'm a freedman, if that makes sense to you. I know sometimes we can't wait for the touchdown or the home run or the three-point play. And ironically, I was hearing, I heard at the state capitol, I had the pleasure of speaking with the wonderful attorney Camila Moore. She's the chair of the California Reparations Task Force, and had her on the program yesterday. Really do appreciate her coming on. And I also know some things that happened that I learned from her that you didn't hear anywhere else in the universe. You heard it on Big C Sports Podcast. That's why I say the #1 sports show. I give you meat on the bone. Every now and then, growing up playing with dogs, always had dogs in my life. And those dogs, they love the bone. I mean, you can throw them a bone and they would lick that bone. Dogs, we want a real dog, Big C. Well, you can't get a real dog right now. But they love the bone. You know what they love more than the bone? They love when the dog said, when I first learned my dog could talk, I threw my dog a bone. My dog was like, and about 5 seconds later, my dog said, "Where's the beef?" He said, "Where's the beef?" I said, "You can talk?" He said, I said, "Well, how come you haven't been talking all these years?" He said, he was talking, but I swear that dog was talking, because that dog looked at me after licking that bone, and he said, "Where's the beef?" I'm telling you, I'm not dreaming. The dog spoke, and my brother said, he said, "Could you turn down Scooby-Doo, please?" I was watching Scooby-Doo when I fed my dog the bone, and Scooby-Doo would always say, man, like this drink. I became the president of the United States when I learned that dogs can talk. When I become president, every dog gets to talk. Give that some praise. I want a talking dog. They say dogs can read mind and they can sense fear. Imagine when they learn to talk. It's like a parrot. Teach a dog to talk like a parrot. If a dog's brain is bigger than a parrot, then why can't a dog talk like a parrot? That's my story. What a day. What a day in Dim Deer Hills, California. I tell you, I feel good. That's what the great late James Brown told us when he talked about how he felt. I want to feel good for having faith that the good Lord has brought me this far, and I got a long, great way to go. I'm going to follow that yellow brick road. All's fair in love and war. I really do appreciate God for everything that's gone on in my life. And I want to just offer some, as I say, I've had a lot of people that I know going through some things, and I want to just give them encouragement to rise and shine. I'm going through my own things. Everybody goes through something. Even my dog goes through something. He started talking when there was no meat on that bone. So my speech, when I become the president of the United States of America, I'm going to promise everybody, you get meat on the bone, give that some praise. You get meat on the bone. If they don't put meat on the bone, take it back. I'll not tolerate dogs having just a bone. You gotta have some meat on the bone. You gotta have meat on the bone or take it back. You ever give a dog a bone? And the dog they like food just like we do. You would never have people come over for dinner and give them a bone. No meat. Oh, now you want to be a carnivore. Please talk about the vegans. You gotta give a dog some meat on the bone. It's not fair. They like the same thing we like. They like meat on the bone. I do want to say, speaking of meat on the bone, I will be getting into Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. But I also want to say I'm so excited about reparations and talking to Camila Moore, attorney at law, Camila Moore Esquire, about what's going on going forward with the push for reparations. We are a nation of laws in the United States. We are not a nation of begging. We're not a nation of marching. You can march all you want. If you don't put pen to paper and submit to the court what you want, you'll just be marching up and down the street wearing out your shoes. You got to put pen to paper, and from what I understand, there are really thousands of attorneys that want to push for reparations, just like the United Nations says that we deserve reparations. You got to be a crooked person. How do you say, in God we trust, and you don't want to do the right thing by people? How do you say, in God we trust, and you don't want to do the right thing by all people? You got to do the right thing. And that's why when I'm president, I will do the right thing for people. Reparations will stimulate our economy. Who does not want the economy to be stimulated? Reparations will stimulate the economy. You know, everybody talks about being fair and liberty and justice for all. And then there are people who have shenanigans. I'm going to play you some shenanigans. You can hear with your own eyes and ears. These things have really happened where you can hear it. Because most of our sports brethren, they can't wait to shuck and jive. Does that make sense to you? It does not take a lot of courage to tell the truth. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Man, lightning strike. We all want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So I learned some things by talking to Attorney Camila Moore, the chair of the California Reparations Task Force. I've been chanting and praying. I've also been taking a speed reading class, and I think it's working. That stuff works. I'm learning to talk faster. And I had someone say, Big C, you know, I wish you could talk faster so I could get through the show before I have to do a bathroom break. I said, you know, you can take the show to the bathroom with you. Man, lightning strike if you don't take the show to the bathroom with you. You can do your thing while listening to Welcome to the Show. You can do your thing while listening to Welcome to the Show. Try it sometimes. And a good old boy told me he wouldn't even go to the bathroom until the show was over. I said, you can take the show with you. You take the show with you. That's why people are cutting cable. Because with cable, I'm going to talk about some things that happened with the USC and LSU game also. Some good old boys, they have cable instead of streaming with the device on their phone where they can watch the game. You can't take your big 50-inch TV screen into the restroom with you or into the bathroom with you when you're watching the game. But you know you can take your cell phone and stream that same game? I said you can take your cell phone and stream that same game. And that's important. Everybody gets streamed when Big C's president. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. But I want you to hear something that you normally don't hear on other programs. I'm going to bring it up to you right now just so you can hear it with your own eyes and ears because it's important. And wait until I get the NFL, the National Football League, the NBA, National Basketball Association, and the MLB, Major League Baseball, to all start championing for reparations the way we championed to end apartheid back in the day. If you believe in paying homage to your ancestry, all people got to do the right thing. I was at the state capitol when the lawmakers would not bring up Senate Bill 1331 and Senate Bill 1403 after they had passed on Wednesday Senate Bill 1050 by a 56-0 vote. Listen to the people with your own eyes and ears.
It's like these bills have to come up with.
And that's what I've been working on this since the day 48 hours ago somebody started raising problems. So I've been trying to calm everybody down.
Reggie, you have an issue of the scheme?
No. No, actually. No. And that's also, that's why it's complicated.
Why? I don't understand why y'all can't just bring the bills up.
The same reason I couldn't sign them too. Like the building doesn't move. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to move shit.
I'm trying to say,
so you telling me the rest of the Congress going to throw their careers away over her feelings? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, I'm telling you that there's the only pathway for it, and not just now. Like anything ever, always, is you have to get a majority of the caucus. And sometimes it's different folks that causing the problems for different reasons. And in this case, there's also partial author problems. But 14 years of work, I'm trying to help him figure this out here at the end. Trying to help him figure it out before he goes off, and new folks come in. There's 40 members of the caucus coming next year.
It has to be. You gotta figure it out.
No, it's not acceptable.
I didn't say next year. I'm saying there's 4 new members of the caucus next year, and that's why I'm trying to help get this done for him too, so that he's done.
Today.
I'm trying. I am trying.
We gotta get those out today. It's not gonna be at all. That's what
you know what I'm saying? Like, I signed up for this guy. I miss my days in practice. It's more fun on that side. It's because you actually don't have to move all the other. You know, I miss some days when I can just say what I want. No, when I can say what I'm saying at different times. No, I understand.
This don't feel like the fun.
That's why we need the right folks on the right time.
Right. And we need you and the other folks who are willing to do it to move the other members.
It's no more trying. It's no more trying.
You want to take me outside and jump? Like what you want? You know, that's like.
I want you to do
what do you want me to do?
Whatever you need to do.
Persuasion is the only two I got.
To change their mind.
Just remember who actually came out to talk.
Thank you.
So
explain from the jump who's where doing what. I could be ducking what was security or whatever the hell it was.
So since you came out to talk, make it happen.
I'm trying. I don't have the power to make it happen on my own. I cannot make it happen on my own any more than you can make it happen on your own. What I can do is do my part. I'm all the way in on my part.
We got you.
I'm trying to do the rest. That's been part of the conversation. Because the Dutch the midnight. Behind the scenes, good or bad.
I'm hearing that all y'all say. I'm hearing all y'all say
the next day.
I was gonna say yesterday.
He said he got to try
Give me an email address, I'll forward it to you. You know what I'm saying? Give me an email address, I'll forward it to you when I'm done. Got them just this week after the amendment deadline. But it doesn't matter. The point is, is there like another way we can converse about whether implementation cleanup is next year for any part of it? I'm saying it can't pass it. Pass it and then agree to implementation.
Are they open to that, those issues?
That's what someone was trying to get other members to recognize.
It's okay to move from now.
And there are other things we have to do to it.
None of y'all folks, man.
There's work in the future. Of course there is. It's always been so. And that's part of the conversation. So
I'm saying that we need you to do whatever you gotta do. And you and the other ones who do it.
Speaking to all family.
Do what you gotta do to get these people to move today.
And when you speak to one, you only speak to one. You gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's his plan. You know what I'm saying? Well, and I hope they do. Because I ain't never running from nobody because we in this shit together. Like I told y'all from the jump, I signed up for this and I get it. And folks should be up. That's fine. But I'm always be out here and I'm always tell y'all the truth what's going on. And you can always hold me on what I do.
On reparations all year. But you don't have the political courage to bring these two bills. You know you have to vote. All you wanted was power. You can bring
Then win the Senate seat.
She will.
Why is the one that hasn't moved forward so important to you compared to everything that has moved forward?
So, I appreciate you guys. I don't know the bills are not reparations.
Not reparations.
An apology is not reparations. Extending the Crown Act's biblical way to hear, that's not no damn reparations. Passing a bill so that people can read the books that they want to read, that's not no damn reparations.
In jail.
Okay? That ain't no damn reparations.
That's not even close. Everybody else got a check.
Affirmative action ain't no reparations. Passing a bill to let people not have to work in prison, that ain't no damn reparations. None of those other bills are the only bills that are actually reparations bills are the bills that they hold in. The only bills that actually let us even do reparations are the bills that they scared to bring up. Each one of these members, each one of the CLBC members is a co-author on the bills that they killing. They have their names on the bills that they killing. They got scared of the governor, and now they willing to do what the governor says versus what the people saying. It's unacceptable. It's going to be serious political consequences for every single person that's a part of this. This is not going to go unanswered. They still have time right now. They can bring the bills up right now. Reggie Jones Sawyer can bring the bills up right now.
And why do you blame the Black Caucus members instead of other members of the?
Because we have the votes. We've been counting votes and working members for the past 6 months. We have the votes. The only people who don't want these bills to come up for a vote are the members of the Black Caucus. Reggie Jones Sawyer can bring the bills up right now. As we talking, he can bring the bills up right now. Wilson can help bring the bills up right now. Nia Bonta, she can bring the bills up right now. But they scared. They are scared. But the problem is they scared of the wrong thing.
They need to be scared of the election in November.
They're more scared of the governor than they are the people that put them in office. We got to fix that. People came from all over the state. All over the state. This is completely unacceptable. It's crazy. They killing their own bills.
They're killing their own people. Their own people.
Are you with the LA Times?
Chris Lodson, LOTGSON. And but it's 100 people here who talk to our list about this. Everybody here is saying the same thing. Everybody is saying the same thing. Bring the bills up. The Speaker Reeves, he can help bring the bills up. The Speaker needs to bring the bills up now. These are their bills. They have their names on the bills. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Now, listen, they gonna see this and they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills, then they gonna get mad at us.
And then you had it from Big C Sports at the state capitol the day that Shenanigans showed up. What does Scarface tell us? He said politics. He said it's all politics. But I know things are going to get better because there's some lawyers on the sideline that are ready to get in the game. Get in the game of life. Get in the game of doing the right thing for all people. We got to do it right. I'm going to do it with the Big C Sports Podcast. I love bringing that to you. Everybody has their own flavor of Kool-Aid, but I have mine. And I love bringing to the fact that reparations is more important than who won a game. Oftentimes, when you look at the integration of sports, there was a time they wanted to keep African Americans out of sports. Jackie Robinson, with the integration of Major League Baseball, they had their own Negro leagues. And they say, hey, kid, Willie Mays, he also started in the Negro leagues. And my great-granddaddy also played in Negro League Baseball. But when they realized they could make money by bringing in the African Americans, they decided to bring them in. But things did not change because people could play sports together. I want to just say some things that are important in my mind when it comes to reparations, because it's more important than touchdown, home run, three-point play. Oh man, Willie, he's going all the way. And I believe when I was talking to attorney Camila Mora Esquire yesterday on Big C Sports Podcast, I'm the only sports show in the universe that had the California Reparations Task Force leader, the chair, to talk about things that are more important than sports. And this is what I want to ask for the NFL. I appreciate the NFL at the end of every goalpost. It says, end racism. 70% of the men that make up the NFL are African American. And the majority of them can trace their ancestry back to people who at one time were part of chattel slavery. And for the NFL to acknowledge in racism, I appreciate that because they can run from it. But I believe there are enough good people, you people, and lawmakers that will do the right thing in a nation of the law. We got to do the right thing by our people. Reparations will stimulate the economy just like the Just Act stimulated the economy. The Marshall Plan rebuilt Europe. The Homestead Act that gave white Americans 160 acres of land if you're a white man, and even white Europeans, that stimulated the economy. They told black Americans, no, you guys work from cradle to grave, but no, pull yourself up by your own bootstrap. And then they stole the boots. You could do the right thing. We all could do the right thing. And that's why I'm running for president of the United States. You gotta give us a break. I'm not joking. I'm running for president of the United States of America. May lightning strike. I'm not gonna write my name in on the ballot. And my speech is gonna be, my inauguration speech is liberty and justice for all. Reparations now, reparations forever. Everybody gets a free house. Everybody gets $1 million. Everybody gets free health care. You get free food. You get free cars. You get free transportation. You even get free love. Free love? Yeah, you get free love. No more paying for love. Love is all free. It's all free. Now you watch I win. You watch I win. I gotta tell you, before I get in to the Big C Sports today, I want to just say thank you, Camila Moore, the chair of the California Reparations Task Force, reparative justice lawyer, Esquire, brilliant, intelligent African-American woman, 9 series DNA. All life came from the African continent. Google it, Dr. Leakey and Gregory Mendo. So California Governor Gavin Newsom and the lawmakers touted out a law to create the first in the nation state task force. They did it back in 2020. Now, this rumor has it that they're trying to say that the California Legislative Black Caucus blocked the votes coming to the floor. But I'm not done yet. Not so fast, my friend. I was in Yosemite not long ago, and I've seen Yosemite Falls. And I realized waterfalls flow from the top to the bottom. They don't flow from the bottom to the top. But there are some mainstream media that want to blame the California Legislative Black Caucus to say that waterfalls flow up. Waterfalls don't flow up. I've seen them. I've seen them many times. Waterfalls, they flow down. The power comes down. The power doesn't go from the bottom to the top. Like an elevator, power comes from the top to the bottom. There was pressure put on members of the California Legislative Black Caucus to not push the vote. Even there's Kevin McCarthy, who is running for the mayor of Sacramento with Dr. Flo Koffer. Now, he came to a meeting that I attended, and he says he's African American. And he, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. People can look how they look. Melanin affects people in different ways. By eyesight, he doesn't appear to be African American. But who am I to judge? At the same time, even he that came to the African American community and said that he supports reparations. But when he was asked to go to the floor and second the motion to count the vote, he was quiet. But now he's going to ask for the black vote. I was there when he said he supported reparations. But there's a lot of others that said they support reparations. Assemblymember Reggie Sawyer, he was actually on Big C Sports podcast just 2 Fridays ago, not even 2 weeks ago. And he said he supports reparations. He did get passed a bill for an apology. Who needs to apologize? He should apologize for not asking for the vote. May lightning strike. That's what he should apologize for. He should have asked for the vote. But I believe that power came from the top, and someone said, do not push the votes through, because when 1050 passed for eminent domain, and I think the governor will sign it on the 28th of September, it passed 56-0. Senate Bill 1334 and 1403, they had also passed the first 2 phases. I was there when it passed. I think it was like 39-5 and I believe 39-6, somewhere in there. So they were going to pass again. And that's important to know. Because reparations, just like the Marshall Plan rebuilt Europe after the war, Europe was destroyed, but the Marshall Plan, it rebuilt Europe. No one complained. It stimulated the economy. People go to Europe for vacation now. The Homestead Act, it gave white Americans over 300 million acres of land, 160 acres each to white men, and even white Europeans. But they would not give African Americans anything. We know that. African Americans should have been involved in the Homestead Act because Lincoln tried to do it, but he only offered 40 acres. White Americans did the Homestead Act right about the same time, 1862, 1863. They got 160 acres, 4 times as much. And those people never gave that land back. Those white families have bequeathed that land and money from generation to generation. Descendants of chattel slavery, freedmen and free women, they cannot get life insurance policies. They cannot own property. They could not bequeath anything but their soul. They couldn't even bequeath their own name. The names they were bequeathing were names of people who owned them. And the country has never made right on that. H.R. 194, you can Google it. It talks about an equality that even President Bush and President Clinton were a part of, but they should have been pushing for reparations. Oh, they're going to ask for the vote. They're going to ask for the vote. And that's why I say when you count all the votes, Big C would become the next president of the United States. I think Dr. Cornel West, he said that he believes in reparations, and he's not shy about it. He doesn't mince words. They ask him, do you believe in reparations? Like the Just Act for descendants of the Holocaust. Like reparations for Japanese citizens that were interned in California. Like the 1866 Indian Treaty that created more equality and egalitarianism for our Native American brethren. But the Marshall Plan that rebuilt Europe after the war, black Americans helped end his reign in Nazi Germany. And Europe was rebuilt with the help of the United Nations. That same United Nations is calling for reparations for descendants of chattel slavery. Count all the votes and tell them from the mountaintop that Big C would become the 47th president of the United States of America. May lightning strike! That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. And I'm going to win. You watch, I'm going to win. Shirley Chisholm was going to win back in 1972, and something happened to the polling system. People, I believe that reparations will stimulate this economy. I know you want to watch the game, but there's so many things that are happening right now in this country. Vice Presidential Democratic nominee candidate Kamala Harris, when asked about reparations, I'm hearing that she said if it's on her desk, she'll sign it. And I believe that Trump said, according to the words of his friend, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, we don't believe in no reparations for something we stole over 150 years ago. Even though Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, his family owned slaves. You think they're going to give that land back? All the appreciation from the land of the free labor that they got? You think they're going to give it back? No! Because a thief doesn't come to give anything back. All they do is kill, steal, and destroy. And given the chance to give it back, they run from it. And that's why there's a court of law. Oh, they're going to get reparations. Even if it does not come from executive order, it's going to come from lawsuits. We have a court of law. Just like illegal immigrants are getting up to $150,000 to buy a house. They voted on it. They didn't march. They didn't get on TV and say, please support us. They put the bills in the hands of the people who got it passed. And that's a fact. Oh, reparations is going to happen, and it's going to stimulate the economy. Do you not want the economy stimulated? May lightning strike! It will stimulate the economy. That's my story. And I'm sticking with it. Before I get into the Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings, I got to tell you what I do because it's important. I have what's called a commercial. It's more like an infomercial, Big C. Okay, it's more like an infomercial, but it's my desire to do it. A guide to protect, preserve, and transfer wealth. Resource Development Consulting Inc. in conjunction with the law office of Scott Thibodeau, attorney at law, and the law office of George Jones, Esquire, the Missing Link Long-Term Care Solutions by the Book. Over 3 decades of experience helping seniors and their loved ones get benefits. Their entitlements, the long-term care entitlements. Also taking care of tomorrow, Medicare and You, in California it's called Medi-Cal. I'm telling you, your family and spouse can avoid the spend down for nursing home cost. You can find out your options, 800-772-8624, 800-772-8624. Our promise to you, specialized to navigate and maximize long-term care benefits. That's important to know that. It's important to know that. Protection of your assets without the spend down test. The asset test is over in California. All paperwork and communication with all government agencies are handled by our staff of entitlement specialists. Ongoing consulting to provide updates as necessary. Benefits covering skilled nursing facilities, prescription medication, medical equipment costs, and more. Do you know anybody dealing with skilled nursing facilities? Do you know anyone dealing with medical prescriptions like the ones you took this morning? Do you know anyone dealing with medical equipment costs and more? But not only that, protection of your assets. You ever need someone to protect your assets, if that makes sense to you, including your home, thereby allowing you to leave a legacy for your family, avoiding the nightmare of debt brought by the government's estate recovery program called probate. They can take between 10 to 40% of your assets, if that makes sense to you. And some lawyers told me that only 7 out of 10 Americans do not have a will and a trust. If you do not have a will and a trust at the end of life, the probate court, they will love you. In fact, they'll throw you a party. They have a will for you, and you will not like it. We have a one-time processing fee versus monthly insurance premiums for the rest of your life. But not only that, I'm not done yet. Got to have a trust asset protection. Protection insurance coverage required by law, general liability, workers' compensation, lawyers specializing in living trust, Medicaid or Medi-Cal planning for long-term care, avoid probate, life insurance, veterans benefits, aid and attendance, pre-planning, and avoid the look-back period. A trust protects your fixed assets. You know those lawyers that you see on TV, they say, I got somebody $50 million. I got somebody $30 million. Well, they come after your assets, your bank account, your checking account, savings account, your money market account, certificates of deposit, your life insurance with cash values, your fixed indexed annuities. It comes after your variable assets. What are variable assets, Big C? I'm glad you asked. Your real estate, your qualified money, IRAs, 401ks, other investments. For example, avoid capital gains. Let's say you buy a house for $100,000. And in 1 year, that house appreciates to $1 million. According to some real estate brokers, they want to get that sale. Well, that's a $900,000 capital gain. You avoid that when your property's in a trust. You got to follow the RDC lead for that. Attention business owners. Attention business owners. Attention business owners. You got to find out your other options to protect what your insurance does not cover. I told you that speed reading class that I took is working. I'm telling you, that stuff works. It even helped me talk faster. But I got to tell you this. Why would we go through the RDC team, Dixie? I got a friend, and he does trust too. Well, I'm glad you asked. We have endorsements. A lot of companies don't have endorsements, so they don't tell you about them. The RDC team, we give you our endorsements. The late James Gomez, who advised 4 California governors and led change in California nursing homes, and served on Golden One's board of directors, 21 years. The late James Gomez, the CEO of California Association of Health Facilities, he endorsed the RDC team. But not only that, Robert Carlson, the late Robert Carlson, he was the top legal counsel for CalPERS. He endorsed the RDC team. But not only that, we have attorney George Jones, Esquire, the chairman of the California Black Chamber of Commerce, also California Black Chamber of Commerce Foundation. We have attorney Scott Thibodeau, who's one of the top estate planners in Northern California. We have Mr. Leon Woods, resource development consultant, works with many of the top lobbyists in California. And Miss Cheryl Brown, she's the chair of the California Commission on Aging. But not only that, we have Mr. Ray De La Cruz. He's the president of Resource Development Consulting, been doing this thing over 34 years and counting. And not only that, we have Mr. Alex De La Cruz. He's the founder of American Veteran Benefits. He endorses the RDC team. But not only that, we have Charlton Curry, co-chair of the National Black Wall Street Project, also business development consultant with the RDC team. and also owner of Big C Sports Podcast Corporation. I endorse the RDC team, but not only that, we have Double O. She's the payout committee for the National Black Wall Street Project, also business development consultant for the RDC team. She also has her own economics awareness talk show called Let's Eat. You can Google it on Access Sacramento. And everybody loves to eat. Give that some praise. I say give it praise. Everybody gives it praise. That's my story. And I'm sticking with it. Well, I love telling you things that I love telling you about reparations. And also sports. I'm telling you, I love giving praise to the California Reparations Task Force because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I don't want to waste my mind. I don't want to waste my mind, and you don't want to waste your mind. It's not good to waste your mind because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And you don't want to waste your mind when you come to Big C Sports Podcast. And for those of you who have dogs, when you have a dog, don't give your dog a bone without meat on it. Woof, 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 woof. When they're barking, they're not barking because they love you. They're saying, where's the beef? Ruff, 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 ruff. What do they say, Big C? They said, where's the beef? I know because my dog told me. You thought that dog was barking because he's happy to see you? That dog saying, where's the beef? May lightning strike! Dogs won't meat on the bone. You get meat on the bone with Big C Sports Podcast. I want to thank the California Reparations Task Force. I want to give praise to Camila Moore. She's brilliant. I love giving her praise. She came on the Big C Sports Podcast just yesterday, and she really educated me about a lot of things that are going forward. Be not dismayed! Be not dismayed! Be not dismayed. I want to give praise to Camila Moore, the chair. I want to give praise to Dr. Amy C. Brown, the vice chair. He's also appeared on Big C Sports Podcast about 3 months ago. I want to give him praise. I'm going to give praise to California Senator Stephen Bradford. He's brilliant. I love giving him praise. Be not dismayed! Be not dismayed. Reparations will get passed. Be not dismayed. I want to give praise to Council Member Monica Montgomery Stepp. She's brilliant. I love giving her praise. And then Assembly Member Reginald John Sawyer, you owe an apology to somebody, maybe to God. He was also on Big C Sports Podcast 2 weeks ago. But I don't understand your behavior walking down the halls, waving and shucking and jiving when people were saying, can we please talk to you? Can you please get them to vote on it? And he's shucking and jiving. Doesn't make any sense to me. Even Jesus was betrayed. I want to give praise to Dr. Shell Grill. She's brilliant. I love giving her praise. I want to give praise to her attorney, Lisa Holder. She's brilliant. I love giving her praise. I want to give praise to Dr. Javon Scott Lewis, professor at California, Berkeley. He's brilliant. I love giving him praise. I want to give praise to attorney Donald K. Tamaki, part of the California Reparations Task Force. As a descendant of Japanese Americans, his ancestry got reparations. May lightning strike! Everybody deserves to do the right thing because it will stimulate the economy. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it because some things are more important than sports. I'm going to give you Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings, the top 10. I love doing it because it makes me feel good. And I feel good. I want to feel good as I run for president of the United States of America. I just asked for your vote. And in the meantime, I'm asking to donate $100 million to Big C Sports so I can run for president of the United States. 800-772-8624. 800-772-8624. I got number 10 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. Runners on first and third. They counts full. The pitch, curveball. Swung on, hit deep. Right field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. I love saying the girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. I got the Minnesota Twins at number 10 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. I got number 9 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. Runners on first and second. That counts for the pitch. Curveball. Swung on. Hit deep. Center field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. Got the San Diego Padres at number 9. At number 8 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings, I got runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Fastball. Swung on. Hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. I got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming in at number 8 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. I got number 7 in Big C's Major League Baseball power rankings. Runners on first and third. The counts full. Slider. Swung on. Hit deep. Right field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. I got the Cleveland Indians coming in at number 7 with Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. I got number 6 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. I got runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Curveball. Swung on. Hit deep. Right field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. I love saying that as the Baltimore Orioles come in at Big C's number 6 in Major League Baseball Power Rankings. I got number 5 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. Runners on first and second. That counts for the pitch. Curveball. Swung on. Hit deep. Right field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. I got the New York Yankees coming in at number 5 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Number 4 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. Runners on first and second. That counts for the pitch. Slider. Swung on. Hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. I love saying the girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. I got the Milwaukee Brewers at number 4 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. I got number 3 from Texas. Runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Curveball. Swung on. Hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep down in Texas. The Houston Astros are Big C's number 3 in Major League Baseball Power Rankings. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I got number 2 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. Runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Slider. Swung on. Hit deep. Right field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep. I got the Philadelphia Phillies number 2 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. Number 1 in Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings from Chavez Ravine in Southern California, where the girls go crazy about the long ball. Runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Fastball. Swung on. Hit deep. Center field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. I love saying the girls love the long ball and men love to hit deep at Chavez Ravine in Southern California. The Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers win. And they are Big C's Major League Baseball Power Rankings. The number 1 team this week in the universe. That's my story. And I'm taking with it. I got the LA Dodgers. My goodness. I gotta learn to talk faster. I never seem to have enough time. But time doesn't wait for anybody. But that's my story, and I'm taking with it. As I always tell you, I preach reparations. I preach sports. I preach liberty and justice for all. And I want to make sure that we all have the chance to check on our loved ones. That's my story, and I'm taking with it. So grateful to God. I want to say, as I always say on every Big C Sports podcast, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. Because mothers against drunk drivers are mad, and fathers against drunk drivers are mad. It's one of the easiest things not to do. You can walk it off. You can sleep it off. You can take Uber. You can take a Lyft. But you don't have to get behind the wheel of a car and start driving after you've been drinking. The life you save may be your own, or someone you love, or someone who loves you, or someone that somebody else loves. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. As I always tell you, I love bringing in Big C Sports podcast. I was told a long time ago, there's never ever an excuse for racism or domestic violence. No man, woman, or child should have to put up with that crap. If somebody's hitting you, only hit you because you make me mad. Call 911. If somebody's slapping you, only slapped you because you made me mad. Call 911. If somebody's choking you out, only choked you out because you made me mad. Pick up the phone and call 911. If somebody loves you, they don't slap you, they don't kick you, they don't beat you. You need more LEADER in your life. LEADER is an acronym for Love is the Answer. If someone's doing that to you, please call 911. Things change when the police show up. I promise things change, and no one should ever have to put up with that crap. That's my story, and I'm taking with it. I love paying homage to my beautiful family legacy, as I do on every show. On my mother's side, my great-grandparents, mama and pop, beautiful, loving, kind people, always making sure lots of love in the family and lots of food in the belly. In fact, my great-grandmama, when she cooked those collard greens, we were like that dog coming out of the backyard from playing, not even washing our hands, grabbing some ribs off the stove. She said, baby, go wash your hands before you get those ribs. I said, I don't need to wash my hands, great grandma. I'm hungry now. She said, baby, go wash your hands. I said, I don't need to wash them because I told you I'm hungry. She said, you can wash your hands in this house. Are you going to be eating that bone without the meat on it? I said, okay, I wash my hands. Always made sure we had lots of love in the family, lots of food in the belly. And then my great-grandfather, Pop, former military man and Negro League baseball player. Really do appreciate them, love them with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. My beautiful grandparents, Muddy and Hezekiah, they were seers. They can oftentimes look at a person and tell you a lot about their past, present, and future. They still help me to this day. I love them with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. And then I can always depend on my mama, the most beautiful mama in the history of the universe. Started a Head Start program, a food program, and also coached an all-boys Little League baseball team to the championship of the universe. Always saying rise and shine. The best person I ever met in my life. Mama, I love you with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. Dear Mama, I'm always giving God praise. Always giving God praise. I love giving God praise. On my father's side, my grandparents, Albert and Alberta Curry, they were pastors. They had 2 churches, actually 3 churches. They had 2 gas stations in Oakland, and they owned 40 acres of land. I remember walking through the hallway in Oakland about 10 o'clock at night. I was 8 years old. I felt someone touch me on my forehead. She said, what are you doing, young man, going to get some cookies? I said, what are you doing, Grandma? It's 10 o'clock at night. You normally go to bed at 8:30. She said, what are you doing, young man, going to get some cookies? I said, cookies are baby crap to what I'm doing, Grandma. I'm going to get my reparations. But a couple of cookies wouldn't hurt. It's been a long wait. She said, there's something about your voice. I love hearing you speak. I love my grandparents with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. And then my beautiful father, former United States Air Force fighter pilot, chief mechanic, always making sure that planes can fly high so we can all stay safe at night, always saying go forward. I love my dad with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. My beautiful brother Todd with that bombastic voice, sound like thunder and lightning when Todd would speak. A voracious reader, always talking sports and politics. Now we love the movie Malcolm X. At the same time, we love the movie Pulp Fiction. I love the scene where Ben Rames was talking to Bruce Willis. It had Sam Jackson and John Travolta in it. He said, your butt goes down in the 5th round. See that blip? And so Bruce Willis said, okay, my butt goes down in the 5th round before the big fight. He told him, that stinging sensation you're feeling, well, that's just pride blubbing with you. And he said what some of the people said in the state capitol over the weekend. They said, blood pride. They said, pride only hurts. It never helps. He says, politics is filled with a lot of unrealistic, muddly bluckers who think their butt gets better with time like fine wine, but it don't. In terms of vinegar, then it do. You're going to thank Uncle Marcellus when you're chilling in the Caribbean. You're going to say Uncle Marcellus is right. Take this money and block all the votes. Take this money and block all the votes. But Bruce Willis, he did not throw the fight, and he lost his LA privileges. That's my story that I'm taking with it. I love Todd with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. My beautiful daughter, Daisy, the most beautiful daughter in the history of the universe. College graduate in 2 degrees with honors in 3.5 years from a major university. Daisy, you can be anything you want to be. Always trust God. I pray Isaiah 54:17 that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You can be anything you want to be. Daisy set up the very first interview for Big C Sports Podcast back at Salem Media. It became the first time in the history of the United States that NFL Monday Night Football started broadcasting live on the Wall Street Business Network. They had never done that before until 2 beautiful black men in the crew started doing that thing. They called us the Dream Team, but just like at the Capitol last weekend, shenanigans set in and the show went away. They should have counted all the votes. That's my story that I'm taking with it. Daisy, I love you with all my heart, mind, body. So always trust God, always pray, Isaiah 54:17. And then my beautiful, handsome son, Malcolm, the most handsome son in the history of the universe. College graduate, very smart, erudite, a good man. Malcolm, you can be anything you want to be. Always trust God, pray Isaiah 54:17, that no weapon formed against you will prosper. I love you with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. Malcolm helped me save trees. I used to always get the newspaper and look up stats for a Big C Sports Podcast. And one day Malcolm said, Dad, why don't you just Google it? And a light bulb went off. I've been Googling ever since. Now on 29 podcast platforms and streaming on 4 TV platforms. Malcolm, you can be anything you want to be. One day Malcolm said, Dad, you want to see Big C Sports on TV? I said, sure. He said, pick up the remote, aim it at the TV, and say, play Big C Sports. You see a show come up. And that's before it was even on the air. Now streaming on 4 TV platforms, Xfinity, Comcast TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, and Amazon and Fire TV. Malcolm, you can be anything. Always trust God. Always pray, pray, pray. Isaiah 54:17. I love you with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. And then Big C, with all that wealth of knowledge over the years, like my great-grandparents coming out of that barn with their church buddies, always saying, you got to believe, you got to believe, you got to believe, say, let's get ready to rumble. I love saying welcome to the show. SB nominated Big C Sports Podcast. I have no scripts. I have no three-way teleprompters. I have no producer in my ear. All I have is that gland in the brain called the pineal gland. The ancients call it the third eye. They say that's how you talk to God, and that's why I speak so loud, because I want God to hear. God, you hear my praise. You hear my praise, praise, praise. You know what I'm asking for, God, and I thank you that it's done. In Jesus' name, I love you with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I love paying homage to the greatest fighter in the universe, Muhammad Ali and Drew Boudini Brown. Back in the day, there's a man known by the name of Drew Boudini Brown. He's known as Muhammad Ali's right-hand man. He would always tell Ali, you float like a butterfly and you sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. He said, with all you got to use, how can you lose? Ali said, I'm so pretty, I can't possibly be beat. And every time I listen to Big C Sports, I want a champion. Reparations now, reparations forever. And then I float like a butterfly and I sting like a bee. I love paying homage to great men, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and President Abraham Lincoln. He said the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. I want you to hear him speak with your own eyes and ears.
Conversation a couple days ago about handouts and how these right-wing memes, these Republican memes, have infiltrated the Democratic debate to suggest that, ending welfare as we know it, all those kind of things are somehow, great and noble things, when we're not dealing with the underlying problem, which is that there's no economic opportunity there. Jim and Shane, this is clip number 4. Martin Luther King spoke to this sometime back in the early 60s. And I thought this was a really interesting quote. Here he is.
The problem. At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today, many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. Now, this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have a super fantastic day.